Welcome back. Good morning. Happy Monday. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott.
Together, we're Backyard Musings, broadcasting live, Apple Valley, People's Republic of California.
And we're talking some health today, science and health.
Controversial. I don't think Big Pharma will like this science and technology here. New evidence suggests that adults may not need routine tetanus and diphtheria booster shots after all.
When was the last time you had a tetanus or a diphtheria shot?
In the military.
So how long ago was that?
Before deploying to Afghanistan, 2009.
You had to have that? Was that mandatory? You couldn't go? If you didn't get it, you couldn't go?
You had to get all your shots, yeah. And if you refused, like for a Christian thing, you didn't go.
So diphtheria, I always thought that was a dog disease. I didn't know people could get it. Humans could get it. But I had a dog that died of diphtheria, so sad deal. It's a good dog.
Potentially saving the U.S. around $1 billion annually.
That's a lot of money.
Big Pharma's not going to like that. The protection from childhood vaccinations appears to last for decades. You know, like the was that smallpox shot, where it leaves a round little circle.
Smallpox, polio. Yeah, polio was the little sugar cubes, right?
Right, but the one that leaves a scar in your arm with the circle. Was that chicken pox?
Yeah,
that lasts until your 50s, and then I think you're supposed to get one. I think you're supposed to so that you don't get shingles.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought if you had smallpox, you could get shingles. Or was that measles?
You know what? I don't know. Stop confusing me, man.
Okay.
It's way too early. Okay. From childhood vaccination appears to last for decades, matching findings from the UK, where boosters haven't been given since the 50s, yet disease rates remain extremely low. This research was published on July 15, 2025 in the journal Clinical Microbiology Reviews. Would you like to know more?
A new review led by scientists at Oregon Health and Science University suggests the United States could safely eliminate routine tetanus and diphtheria booster shots for adults and save roughly $1 billion every year. I don't know, but I don't ever remember having somebody call me and say, "Hey, you need to get your booster."
Maybe a chunk of that was from the military, Department of Defense.
That could be. Yeah. The researchers stress that these savings and safety depend on keeping childhood vaccination rates consistently high. Quote, by maintaining high childhood vaccination coverage, we not only protect kids, but we may actually be able to reduce adult booster vaccinations. This is said by lead author Mark Silfka, PhD, professor of microbiology and immunology in the OHSU School of Medicine and the Oregon National Primate,
yeah.
It's
monkeys
and apes, right? Research Center. Going on with the quote, that would save $1 billion a year in the U.S. while maintaining the safety and protection of the general population. Okay.
Yeah, you said something up there. No, I had an idea.
Did your kids have your kid get booster? I mean, the tetanus and the diphtheria shot. Is that one of the shots they got to get before they start childhood?
School? Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Slivka added that ending the 10-year booster schedule would bring U.S. practices more in line with recommendations from the World Health Organization. Wow. Of course, we should follow the recommendation of the WHO.
We love the WHO. Do we not? We don't love the WHO.
The review builds on earlier OHSU studies published in 2016 and 2020, which found that the combined tetanus and diphtheria vaccine provides immunity lasting at least 30 years.
Oh.
That protection far exceeds the current guidance from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, which advises adults to receive a booster every 10 years. The vaccine is most often administered as the combination shot for tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis, known as DTaP. Never heard of that.
You heard of that? I've heard of that. Yep, that's that shot that the kids had to get, I think, at high school before they could start high school. But you remember the old deal? If you stepped on a rusted nail, you were going to get tetanus.
Yeah, I remember that.
Lockjaw and tetanus.
Lockjaw, yeah, I remember that.
Oh,
that saying.
I think that was just a ploy to get everybody to get the tetanus shot.
Maybe.
Anyway, in the United States, children are scheduled to receive 6 doses of this vaccine between infancy and age 12. According to a review, eliminating routine adult boosters would be safe as long as childhood vaccination coverages remain strong. Boosters could still be given in specific situations, such as after serious injuries like workplace accidents, stepping on a nail, car crashes, where tetanus exposure is a concern. I added that stepping on a nail.
Right.
So.
I wonder if you're getting bit by.
Have you ever stepped on a nail? I have stepped on a nail, and I'm gonna say that the tetanus shot must have saved me.
Yeah,
I never got lockjaw.
I don't think I did.
I did. I stepped on it. I've stepped on it.
This review highlights a comparison between two industrialized countries just 21 miles across the English Channel, France and the United Kingdom. Both countries have excellent childhood vaccination coverage, similar to the U.S. Quote, this represents sort of an experiment of nature, Slivka said. We have one country with over 60 million people that for decades has continued to vaccinate adults throughout their lifetime, and another nearby country that also has over 60 million people, but over the past 50 years, they have never recommended adult booster vaccinations. The quote, the questions we asked is, what happens if we don't vaccinate the adults? Are there more cases of disease, or are these people protected after completing their childhood vaccination series?
Don't step on a nail. Similar to the United States, France has a recommended booster vaccination schedule for adults. In contrast, except during pregnancy or for wound management, the United Kingdom hasn't recommended boosters for tetanus and diphtheria beyond age 14 since the 1950s. So, I mean, that's my age. So that's.
You remember the 50s?
I do, yeah. Well, the last 3 years of them.
Yeah. Yet, despite decades of adult booster vaccination, the review found that France had virtually no advantage over the UK in the rates of tetanus or diphtheria. In fact, the review found that the UK had a slightly lower overall rate.
In addition, herd immunity held strong even in 2022 when the UK reported an outbreak of 73 imported diphtheria cases among immigrants seeking asylum. Now, I wonder where they came from.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, they had a lot of immigrants from Middle East, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this spike in cases was almost equal to the total number of diphtheria cases reported in the entire country over the previous 20 years combined.
That is a spike right there.
Yeah.
Huh. Quote, remarkably, despite this proportionally large influx of imported diphtheria cases, there was no evidence of transmission reported among other asylum seekers who arrived by other routes or among staff or healthcare workers, the authors write.
The UK Health Security Agency concluded that the country's current childhood-focused vaccination program is sufficient for preventing the spread of diphtheria and that the risk to the general UK population remains low. Okay.
The findings highlight the remarkable durability of protection following childhood vaccination against a pair of diseases that were once all but a death sentence. In 1948, the U.S. mortality rate for tetanus was 91%. That's why you get it.
That's where you
could die, man.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Forget the lockjaw.
Yeah.
Death, man. Yeah. That'll lock your jaw.
There must have been a lot of people stepping on nails then. They just didn't know it.
Actually,
I stepped on a board. I stepped on a board and it had a nail in it.
Yeah, that's the most common thing. You don't usually see nails just on the ground sticking up. It's usually in a board.
Right.
Before the introduction of antibiotics and vaccines, the mortality rate for diphtheria was roughly 50%. To this day, diphtheria kills roughly 1 out of 10 people who aren't vaccinated against it.
Today, the public health threat is diminished thanks to childhood vaccinations as well as booster shots recommended in pregnancy. I didn't think you could get that kind of stuff when you're pregnant, but okay. Quote, thanks to childhood vaccinations, these diseases are incredibly rare, Slivka said. In fact, you're 10 to 1,000 times more likely to be struck by lightning than to be diagnosed with tetanus and diphtheria in the United States.
Sure. That's a very low chance.
Yeah.
I've never been hit by lightning.
I have not either. Close.
But I don't have a booster shot for lightning.
Yeah. My mom and I were at our house one time and lightning hit our pool.
Oh,
that was pretty close.
Oh, that explosion must have been
pretty scary. Yeah, pretty scary.
Huh.
It sounded like a bomb went off. So.
Yeah.
But anyway.
All right, folks, thanks for joining us. We'll catch you in the afternoon.
Let us know how you think about these vaccination boosters.
Yeah.
Tetanus and diphtheria. Take care, everyone. Thanks.